Last year, the Youngstown Area Goodwill partnered with the Regional Chamber to conduct a community needs assessment aimed at addressing workforce needs in local communities. It's something we talked about here at 5. Well, those results from that study are in, and they show major barriers to those in need of work here in the Valley. Joining us now to discuss the results is Goodwill Community Solutions Director Carol Holmes Chambers. Thank you so much for joining us, Carol.
It's a pleasure to be here to talk about this.
Yes, so Carol, the study by Goodwill and the Regional Chamber highlights the barriers in the workforce. What are some of the main ones that popped up in the study as seeing high results?
So number one was transportation. That was nothing new. Everybody knew that was going to be number one. It's a huge barrier to people getting to work, people that want to work. The other barrier was childcare affordability. We have a lot of childcare centers. We have access to it, but people who are not eligible for benefits, it's just really hard for them. They have to make the decision to either have one person stay home, and that's a lot of times cheaper than having both of them go to work and pay thousands of dollars in childcare.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third one was behavioral health, which is a combination of mental health and substance use disorder.
Yeah, and the study mentions that child care as some of the big barriers. How will the Goodwill and the Regional Chamber work to alleviate some of those issues? Is there anything that you can do to maybe try to find new solutions? Because child care is so expensive, especially if you have more than one child.
Yes. So right now, actually, I came on just a few months ago specifically because of the results of the community needs assessment. And so as Community Solutions Director, I will be leading an Assembly for Workforce Solutions steering committee that when we're meeting next week, actually on Monday. But in the interim, before I meet for the first time, we've been looking at what some of those solutions are. Right now in the state, they have Senate Bill 273 and Ohio House Bill 610, which is all catered towards the child care credit, which follows a tri-share model. And so under this public-private partnership, a third of the cost of child care could come from the employer, a third would come from the state, and a third could come from the employee. And what this partnership would do would make it more affordable for employees to be able to come to work. So I know that's in the state right now, and they're actually piloting this initiative throughout the state. So there are some counties, Franklin County and Lincoln County right now have that. In Michigan, they have a tri-share model that they've been doing for a few years.
Oh, wow.
So we're hoping that we'll be able to bring some best practices in other areas in the country here to the Valley.
Yeah, and you spoke with residents and businesses when you were doing this study. What did the local businesses say about finding workers? Did they, acknowledge that this is an issue?
Oh, yeah, it's really hard to not only bring workers in because of the barriers. They can't get to work, first of all, because of transportation, and also because they have to make the decision. You have 1, 2, 3 children, and it's not cost effective for 2 people to go to work all the time if they can't afford it and they're not eligible for benefits.
Now that you have the results, what are some of the next steps for the project in addition to the transportation, the child care efforts, any other things that you're working on with the chamber?
Sure. Right now, we're just trying to look for some viable solutions. I know that Goodwill specifically, we have a Good Start work program that we're piloting with behavioral health agencies and getting people who are in recovery to transition to work. So that's one thing that we're working on. But mostly our relationship with the chamber has been getting the steering committee off of the ground and generating ideas and solutions with community partners. Because a lot of the answers to the solutions are already here in the Valley. It's just bringing it all together. We have a lot of intelligence, a lot of innovation happening. So I think just us getting together and partnering in this way is going to make a big difference.
All right, we'll watch to see your next steps. Like you said, there's a lot of different areas that you're working on here, so we'll see what you can make progress on first. And I hope to check in with you soon. Thank you for taking the time to join us right here at 5.
Thank you.